Hey,
Hello?
hey, okay, I can hear you.
You can hear me just fine?
Yep,
Awesome, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good. So I'm not sure. Have we met before?
Not really. I talk every once in a while in the Oklahoma Discord, but that's
Gotcha.
about
Are
it.
you up there at Stillwater?
Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense. So you know like Quiet and Soap and all them.
yeah,
That's awesome, man. I interact with those guys relatively often, but I don't really get to talk to any of the other Stillwater guys at all. So you
yeah,
go to school up there at OSU then.
yeah,
Do you guys have a team up there?
yeah.
You guys should come
Yeah.
down. You guys should come down to UCO one of these Thursdays and come scrim my players because like our arena's opened up for really
Okay.
small groups, and if you guys are an official school team or like you guys are the school team or whatever, you guys can come in and play for free as long as you're on my time and training with my players. Um, I don't know. It's a little bit of a drive, but like the Norman guys make that drive too. It's just up to you if you guys want to do that. But
Okay.
who's the
I'll talk to
Who's
them
the
about it.
captain for you guys? Is
It's
it Soap?
quiet.
Is it Quiet? Dude, I would
Yeah.
talk to him
So,
about it. Like talk to him. Get you
okay.
guys down here, on a Thursday, once a month, twice a month, or something, and come down and play my guys. Like, because I don't know if you guys are motivated and wanting to improve, like that's such a great resource for you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that being said, stream is live. Everything's looking good. Is your internet connection okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stream my screen then. Go live. Ba-bam. You should be able to see everything, including
Yep.
my web browser and my notepad.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do I want zoom? No. Format, font. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Bam. Okay, so. And then your tag's Vapor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 8 November. Sweet. Well, let's get started. What did you bring me? Let's take a looky. This
Uh,
is
this
Ike.
is one of my games versus Yez.
Oh, you got to play him online. Which tournament?
It was an EZA tournament.
Gotcha. Dude, Yes is good, bro.
Yeah, he
Yes
is.
is really good. I am really good friends with a lot of the strong Ike players. Other than Raven King, I'm acquaintances with Raven King, but I wouldn't say we're friends. But me and Yez are buddies. And like his neutral game is so good, man. He is very good
Yeah.
at dismantling players with the sword. He's so scary. Let's see what
Yeah.
I want. I want this. I'll
The
make a
main reason I didn't
tab.
show both was because the second one he just had me completely download and it was just not not good. It was over in like a minute or two, I think.
Yeah, he's just brutally good, man.
Yeah.
Brutally good. Okay, give me just a second to update my stream information, and then we'll be good to go. We'll get started. How long have you been playing?
Since Ultimate came out.
Gotcha. I started competing seriously around the same time. I was really lucky because I was a longtime Shulk player, and my character got buffed a lot, and it gave me an opportunity to play people who were better than me and grow.
Yeah.
So that my initial success was definitely because I was carried, but being able to just play better people helped me a lot. Okay, that looks good. Stream link. Uh, bam. Looks good. Tweet. Boom. Too easy. Okay, so Game and Watch versus Ike. This probably, according to Game and Watch players, is a losing matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a losing matchup for Game and Watch. Mostly because I think the main reason why people think that Game and Watch loses this matchup is because Ike has enough of a disjoint that he can play neutral without worrying about getting hit by parachute.
Yeah.
And like neutral is more than that, but not being able to consistently parachute to get him off of you is kind of bad.
It's
Like
annoying
there's
for
a
sure.
reason why Game and Watch players don't like it. Okay, so let's pull this VOD out, right? No. Yup. Okay. Cool. Everything works great. Before we do anything, what are our goals? I always like to do this. I don't know if you sat in on one of my coaching lessons this week or last week. I always like to paint out how I think the matchup should go before we start watching the video. So that way you have some idea of like what my expectations are and where both players are at meeting those expectations. It provides some perspective, I think. So Game & Watch's goals, right? What does he want to do? Game & Watch wants to use his ground movement to force Ike into bad spacing. Number one most important job is using your grounded movement to force Ike to hit your shield badly so that you can parachute. If you play really scared and you let Ike space aerials on your shield, you're not going to be successful. And so spacing, people never talk about this. Like, I think it's really important. Spacing is not a single player game. Spacing is a conversation between you and your opponent. If your opponent is spacing well, that is, sure, they are good at spacing, but it also might mean that you are bad at moving. And it's important that you recognize that there's two sides to this. Even a mediocre player can space well if he's trying, if the other player is not reciprocating with strong movement. And this is why you see top players who play sword characters, they eventually make a mistake on their spacing. And it's because it doesn't matter how good you are at spacing. If your opponent moves well, eventually you're going to overextend. And this is Game & Watch's goal pretty much the whole time. Because Ike's main advantage is that he gets to take free swats at Game & Watch constantly, which is bad for Game & Watch, especially right here. Number 2, avoid Ike's kill confirms.
Yeah.
At all cost. Why? Because Game & Watch is really fragile. You know this. I don't need to tell you that. You already know that. But
the last talk shows it.
but because he's fragile, you have to be really careful because your frame 2 air dodge, your frame 3 parachute aren't going to protect you if the combo is true. And so you have to be very careful about giving Ike those opportunities. And so those are your main goals, in my opinion. Goal 3, efficiently kill Ike if he has to go low to recover. Don't bungle recoveries. I think it's important enough to consider it a goal. You have to close stocks. Ike's goals, pretty much the opposite. Use your movement to force Game & Watch out of his safe options in neutral. And then I would also say that force Game & Watch to parachute badly as often as you can. Parachute is really polarized. It is like, because you know as Game & Watch, you know that if you are on the ground and you press up B, you don't get your double jump, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's very safe and fair to say the following idea. If Game & Watch parachutes and he doesn't hit his opponent, Game & Watch is in disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah? I think that's very fair to say because he is. He doesn't have his jump. His options are limited. And so Ike's goals are not only to stay safe to avoid getting hit by good parachutes, but to obfuscate his movement to try to bait Game & Watch into bad parachutes. Because now if Game & Watch is too eager to press the button and does bad parachutes, now, like, not only you went from playing neutral and getting nothing to playing neutral and putting yourself in a bad situation without him having to lift a finger. And he did all of that with his movement. That is what Ike's main goal is. I would also say the other main goal would be kill Game & Watch early. Kill Game & Watch early. And that comes down to being effective with his kill confirms. You should notice something that's really obvious when you look at both of these goals. They kind of mirror each other. There's a lot of symmetry, right? What one person wants, the other person doesn't want, and vice versa. Most goals look like this. But it's still important that I point them out because I want you to be able to understand, like, look at the game, look at the notes. Is what's happening matching the win condition? Yes or no? Keeping it simple like that makes it a lot easier to go, this was a good decision or this was a bad decision. All right, let's take a looky-looky.
Oh crap! Did it not do? Oh my god.
It
Okay, no,
fixes
fixed
itself eventually. Yeah, okay. We'll just watch from the beginning. No, it's okay. Look at what does he immediately. This is game 1, right?
Yeah.
What does he do?
He's running like dash dancing kind of. Beginning.
Is he in a hurry?
Not really.
No,
Yeah.
not really. There's something that's important to understand. You do not have as many options as he does. So what he is doing is he is playing slow on purpose to see how much information you're going to give him about how you use your options before he has to commit to anything. It's really difficult to force Game & Watch to play fast because anytime you make a mistake, you're getting parachuted, and now you're on the unfortunate train. But by playing slow like this, he is forcing you to take a position and dash towards him, and guess what? You can't block if you're dashing. So that's scary. Yeah. Those are openings for him. And, like, he's playing slow on purpose. Uh-oh. What happened? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Now watch closely. What happened? Is this a good parachute?
No.
No, it's not. And, like, should you feel ashamed about it because you're pointing it out? No, you're right here. We can pull up the goals again, right? Force Game & Watch to parachute as badly as often as you can. He didn't force you to parachute here. It wasn't even a good parachute, like, to begin with, because you were going to hit him with the late hitbox probably. And so, like, this is really dangerous as a Mr. Game & Watch player because, like, dude, you can't be doing these if there was no reason for it. This tells me right here that you have no plan for Ike. You have no plan for Ike. You know why I can tell? Because the first thing you do is try to make parachute work when it is clearly not the best choice. And that is something that Game & Watch players are really bad at doing, is using parachute well. Because, like, parachute is busted. It's a broken, idiot-proof move that is insanely good. And I think they over-rely on it too much. And this is exactly the why he was camping. He's just waiting. Up, bad parachute. And guess what? Watch what he does. Pay attention to this. What does he immediately do as soon as he sees you bad parachute?
Comes back over.
Yeah, he goes over there to hit you. You know why? Because he knows that he's an advantage. A worse Ike maybe would let you get away with it, but he knows what his goals are. You parachuted badly. He knows that he's an advantage. And is he going to let you get away with that? No. He's an advantage, so he's going to punish you for it. You don't actually get hit, so nothing matters. I think he probably should have dash attacked here. If we look at it again.
Yeah.
Oh, go away. If we look at this again, watch this. He should have dash attacked. You would have got hit.
Yeah.
So this was just a incorrect punish by him. But maybe he was expecting a different option from you, so he's just covering options. It's fine. You get the grab. There. Cool. You miss a back air. Okay. So this right here. He is very clearly going to have to tech on the platform. I know that down throw combos into Nair, but surely there's some more optimal punish here if you can force a tech chase. You probably could have gone for a 9.
Yeah, I probably could have.
Now, that's high risk. You don't have to, but you're here. It wouldn't hurt. Some other suggestions are you could potentially jump up here, tech chase, re-grab, and then down throw again.
Yeah.
Because if he techs here and rolls, you have enough time to full hop onto the platform and turn around and grab him. And I also know that landing an incomplete Game & Watch in air, like you don't finish it, also has a slight pop-up. So you could catch his roll or tech in place with that late Nair pop-up, and you could probably get an extension here that might give you more damage. So let's see what happens. You hit him. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I'm not going to don't worry about it too much. We reset to neutral. He tries to outspace you. Oh, well. I noticed that I didn't hear a hit sound. That's 2 bad parachutes. What is he doing here? Watch this.
He's baiting it, yeah.
Watch this. I missed. There we go. We're going to go back to the spot here. Right here. What? Okay. He rolls. Offline. Can you react to that roll in True Punish with Parachute?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. What does he do? What is he doing? He's holding shield. Why is he holding shield? Because he doesn't think that you're going to play the matchup correctly. He thinks you're just going to spam Parachute. And he's right.
Yeah.
Because why not? I'm scared. I'm going to press Parachute. The very first thing I'm going to recommend that you do, if you want to ever be successful with Game & Watch, is I strongly encourage you to be disciplined with Parachute. Bad parachutes not only do nothing for neutral, they actively put you in disadvantage, and that is a lose condition against a good player. You have to have good control over your parachutes. Now let's take a look at this. Okay, this exact situation. Watch this. Right here. What's something that you could have done instead of parachute that he cannot react to that would have beaten holding shield?
Pivot grab.
Yeah, you could have dropped your shield and grabbed him, right? That it would be about frame 17. You have 11 frames of shield drop and a 6-frame or 7-frame grab. In Ultimate, it takes at least 20 frames to react to anything. And online, it's 25 frames. You can drop your shield and turn around and grab him, and there's nothing he can do about it if he is waiting for you to do something. And he is very clearly waiting. You know why? Because he's holding shield. He is waiting for parachute. He's not expecting a grab. You know what you also could have done that would have been a good choice? You could have short hopped, crossed him up, and landed with Nair.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's look at the frame data because we want to make sure that we don't get punished by Ether. How minus is Nair? It's -4. He's not doing anything to you. -4. That's like nothing. It's like literally nothing. He can't do anything. I'm going to go back to the video. There we go. So those are some options, right? You can cross him up to get in front of him so he can't grab you, or you can drop your shield and grab him. I think both of those are great options that can deal with this exact situation with very little risk to you. Instead, you parachute. Let's see what happens. So he misses the punish.
Yeah.
What did he do again? What? No, I want you to watch. I don't care if it's embarrassing to you. I want you to watch, and specifically just because you gotta see it to see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Parachute. Watch this. Does he hit your shield at all?
No.
No, because he knows you're gonna parachute. And so, like, you have this big advantage, and yet he is in total control because he already has you downloaded. We are 30 seconds into the game, and he knows for a fact that he can bait out parachute, and he'll play you like a sucker the whole set. Now, you have this 70% lead. How long are you going to be able to keep that lead if he is constantly able to get free advantage by just waiting?
Yeah.
Okay, this right here, this is called two things. It's called a critical weakness. It's a Ramsey's term. Critical weakness. It means any behavior your opponent has that can be that you can consistently reproduce. That you can consistently exploit. Hello, exploit. E-X, come on, dude. E-X-P-L-O-I-T. Thank you. Okay. Any behavior. This is wrong. Consistently. Bam. Okay. So what does that mean? It means you are making a mistake and you do not even know it. You are making a mistake and you don't even know it. If you don't know that you're making a mistake and your opponent doesn't also tell you that you're making a mistake, how are you supposed to know what to change?
Yeah.
This is hugely problematic. And this behavior right here, the critical weakness, if you want to learn how to make it out of pools and never drown in pools, all you have to do is get good at looking for these because everybody has them. Except for top players. Top players have very few critical weaknesses. You know why? Because players with critical weaknesses don't win. Yeah. Because as soon as they run into a player who is actually super talented at the game and knows how to look for these, you are going to get dismantled. Now, Should you be shamed for this? Is it your fault? No. If you don't know about it, how can you learn, right? So consider this like day one for you, you know? Yeah, you've been playing Super Smash Brothers, but today you have learned that you have a critical weakness. Now, how are we going to address this? Well, the biggest thing is the most obvious. You have to stop doing bad parachutes. And how do you stop doing bad parachutes? You have to learn how to solve problems without relying on it. Like this, right here. You solved this problem. You did not know what Ike was going to do. You didn't know if he was going to nair. You didn't know if he was going to tomahawk. But you solved this problem with parachute, and it turned out to be the poor choice. And you've got to figure out, what can I do to deal with these interactions with my character and the tools that he has without relying on parachute. Now, this is not to say that you should not sit in shield and wait for someone to hit your shield. The opposite is true. Let's say that this Ike player was not Yez, and they constantly were hitting your shield with a nair, and it was badly spaced. Why would you not parachute? It's the definition of a good parachute. Now, the shoe is on the other foot. The same situation, now your opponent has a critical weakness because they will not stop hitting your shield badly, and they won't fix it no matter how much you punish them for it because they don't know they're doing anything wrong. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, like, this critical weakness stuff, like, it's not just for you. Play the matchup correctly and notice when somebody is deliberately playing, when someone is unknowingly playing the matchup wrong. The best way to do that is to have a good plan. These goals help you understand what good decision-making starts at. And for you, good decision-making starts at good parachutes. This part right here. Number 1, uses ground movement to fork ice into bad spacing. This is assuming that you have a Ike player that knows what he's doing.
Okay.
And so, like, a fourth goal that I could add on top of that includes all skill levels, never feel bad about a good parachute. Strongly criticize bad ones. If you do good parachutes, you can do good parachutes for 20 minutes. I don't care. That's a good decision for you. That's how you play the character. You can play as slow as you like. If someone will not stop hitting my shield, I will parachute until they lose. I'm down. Bet. Bet, dude. It's going to happen. But as soon as you start noticing that your parachutes are actively not doing anything productive, you need to slow down, and you need to say, why am I doing bad parachutes? What is my opponent doing that's making me do this? And what can I do instead? Let's continue. And Yez keeps bungling the punish here. He needs to be doing a full hop double jump up here. This is the second time he's bungled this input. So he does a short hop one, and this time he does a full hop one. I'm going to yell at Yez later for this. He needs to do these double jump ones because that's a true punish.
And he started punishing him better, but...
Okay, that's good then. So he grabs. Oh, what happens here? You do down air. Why do you get punished for doing down air? Because down air is laggy. Game & Watch's options are bad in the air. You cannot rely on bad players to just always run into down air. Eventually, you're going to play someone that knows how to deal with it. So you get grabbed. Nair, up air works too. All right, let's see what happens here. So he's walling you out. That's fine. He's doing Yez stuff. Yez stuff. True oh, he got a little greedy. Okay, again, check this out. Look at this situation. He jumps straight up. Where does he go after he jumps straight up?
He goes back.
Back. What is he doing? He is baiting you.
Yeah.
He thinks if I can just make it look convincing, he will parachute. Thankfully, you don't parachute. That's good. That's what I would like to see. Like this thing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't hit him. You know what you didn't do? Put yourself in disadvantage for nothing. And that's a good start. Cross up. Good. The side B do be like that. Ooh, the grab. Ooh. I saw you up B in the blast zone to get away.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god. Ooh, that's scary. Ah, what happened?
I tried to get greedy with Bear or Dare.
Did you hit him with this parachute?
No.
No. It doesn't matter that the downer traded.
Yeah.
It's still a bad parachute. It's unfortunate that he died. If he died, that would have been super worth. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that was a bad counter. Oh my god, you could have killed him for that. So, I really want to see you on the ground more. I feel like you don't know how to approach on the ground, and you keep trying to approach on the air. Jump. You jumped. You approached in the air. And then you try to approach the back air, and you get slapped for it. So, like, you can play neutral without jumping. And oftentimes it's actually better to play neutral without jumping against sorties in particular. You know why? Because if you're on the ground, you can walk, and if you can walk, you can block.
Yeah.
And as a general rule, if you block a sword hit, it's probably your turn, or at least a mix-up. Not this. This is what you don't want. You're not going to anti-air Ike all the time. Now, approaching with back air is a thing. I'm going to tell you right now, it's significantly less of a thing if you're playing a sortie that is camping. Yez is camping you. You are not going to outrange him with your back air. Not more than often than he'll hit you. It's not worth it. Okay, let's see what happens here. So, stuff. Okay, right here. What does he do after the up air?
Shield.
How could you have true punished him for doing this?
Grab. I don't know how safe up air is, but
Hold on. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. So, up air's like -5, and it was spaced immaculately. So you're obviously not going to get a true punish on him unless you parachute. But the spacing was ambiguous, so parachute is risky. Can you? What if he throws this up air out, and before he's out of up air lag, you guess and you say, I think you're going to block. Let's say that you know he's going to block. What's one way that you could drop, I'll just tell you, you drop shield and you grab him. This right here, don't feel pressured to jump out of shield. I know, it's counterintuitive. Dropping your shield, turning around and grabbing. It's like 18 frames. It's not very fast. But you know what it beats? People who hit your shield with a -4 aerial and then block. Because they are not going to react to it. Even though it's not true, they will not react in time. This is called mental frame advantage. It is called mental frame advantage because even though the frame advantage isn't real, because it is gated by their reaction time, it is. And I want you to start doing that more, like dropping your shield and grabbing them. If he hits you, guess what? He had to hit you with a committal move, and now you can just hold shield next time and then back air. No big deal. Like, there's always some push and shove when it comes to that. Let's continue. So you hit him with the back air. Nothing bad happens. Oh, my God. Okay. We're just going to continue. So he gets hit. Oh! You got the parry and everything. No. He's like -30 right now. I'm not even kidding. He's like so minus. Hold on. You have to understand. So, forward air is -9 on perfect spacing. And he's way up here, so it'll probably be at least 5 frames before he lands. So now it's -14. And you parried it, so it's -17. You have so much time to own him right now. You could have down smashed and parried, and done down smash, forward smash, and you might have killed him. Nah, not a 63, but it would have done like 40 damage.
Yeah.
Or you could have gone for a 9 attempt, or you could have done a down tilt to force a tech, or you could have done the chair to throw him to the ledge. There's lots of options here if you're going to parry anyway. So let's see what happens. Yeah. So unfortunately, due to his spacing, right? Due to his spacing. Look at this. This is tragic. This is one of the times where I actually think you should have hit him, and he like, look at this.
Yeah.
When this happens, I don't want you to think that this is a bad parachute. This is random. Because honestly, that looked like it was a good parachute. You can't, this happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad about these parachutes. Feel bad about the other ones that were obviously poorly done. This one, if it happens to you, I want you to just go, oh, darn. No big deal. Crap. Let's continue.
Yeah, I think we've seen this part too.
There we go. That's just unfortunate. Do you see him waiting? Watch this. Look at what he's doing. Look at what Yez is doing. Watch this. Where is he standing? If you down air, can you hit him right now? No.
No.
He is waiting for you to make a bad decision so that he can capitalize. Is he aggressively chasing you? Absolutely not. You know why? Because he knows the matchup. Because he is not in a hurry. Because he knows you're made out of paper. And all he has to do is keep getting little 26 damage strings like that, and you'll die. He is not in any hurry. And I can already tell you what he's going to do. He's going to sit here, and he's going to let you go down because he says, if you try to reset the central stage, I am going to hit you. So you have to go to the ledge, even though you're in the top. And what do? You go to the ledge because you don't want to get hit. Or you do until you parachute. Thankfully, you don't get punished for it, but yikes. Okay, he reacts to dash attack, forward throw. Okay, I have a question for you. I want you to think about these forward airs for a second. Watch what he does. Is he anywhere remotely near you when he does his back air?
No.
Okay, so he does a back air. He jumps again. Is he going to do a back air? He does a back air. You're still not remotely near him. He jumps again. What's he going to do?
Probably another back.
Why do you think that?
We just did 2.
Does he have to?
No.
No, but he probably will, right? Because he just did 2. Oh, he did a back air. What about now? He jumped again. What's he going to do?
Probably another one.
Probably another one. Watch this. What did he do?
Up air.
This is conditioning, my friend. If you were expecting a back air and you rushed in to whiff punish it, would you have gotten clipped by the late hitbox of up air?
Probably, yeah.
He is missing these back airs on purpose to confuse you. Have you ever seen Meister do like 4 down smashes in a row and his opponent's nowhere near him and they're like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why he does that? This is why he does it. He is conditioning his opponent. Don't let anybody ever tell you that Meister is an idiot or that he spams or that he's a masher. Every time he sits there and he spams a move 5 or 6 times in a row, he is doing it to obfuscate what he wants to do. So that his opponent has to guess, is he going to do the same option again? Or is he going to do something different this time? It's confusing, and it's effective. You want to know why I know it's effective? Because Meister wins a lot.
Yeah.
We don't get to question whether it's effective or not because Meister wins. Yez is doing it right now. He does it all the time. It's an effective strategy. I just want you to remember that. I'm not going to give you any specifics on it, but I just want you to know spamming a safe move at a safe distance is a form of mental damage to your opponent. It's intimidating because it makes you fear that move. Look at this fair. Right here. He fares. Is he anywhere near you? No. Not at all. No. If you had continued to run towards him, would you have gotten hit?
Probably.
Yes. Now watch this. As you were far enough away, he does it early enough that it is impossible for you to use your grounded movement to make this spacing bad.
Yeah.
Use your movement, or sorry, this would be Game & Watch's goals. Use your ground movement to force Ike into bad spacing. He knows at where you are right now, if he has to fare right now, because if he waits any longer, you can use your movement to force him into spacing bad. Now watch this. It looks ridiculous. Why did he fare so far away? He wasn't even trying to hit anything. No. It is respect. Yez is respecting where your character is capable of going. Because if he doesn't put a hitbox there and you run up, now he's in disadvantage. Do not mistake this for a mistake. This is a very deliberate attempt at covering space with his sword. He gets stuffed. Let's try. Okay, what was this? What? Okay. Hold on. What was that? What does this cover? What does this even do?
It would cover neutral, get up, and roll.
Okay. As long as that's what you were going for, no big deal. But here's the problem. You get that. Now, if you had covered roll right here, is he going to die? If you landed that and you buried him?
No. It would if he would have got sour spot, it would have been a tech situation.
Yes. But if you had sweet spotted him, he wouldn't. Either way, he's not going to die if you do that.
Yeah.
What happens now that you've guessed wrong?
He gets free neutral and center stage.
Yeah, you cornered yourself for free, right? Now, do the percents for that make sense? There's still a lot of game left to be played here. So I'm not going to say that going for this risk is bad. I'm not. It's not inherently bad to go for this risk. However, I do think that the way you went for it didn't make sense. Watch this. So you try to go for this back air. You are late. You are late for the down smash. That down smash was not timed with the intention of actually hitting him. It was buffered after the back air because you're like, crap, I need to punish him. So, like, I just want you to understand, like, I have no problem with this situation and giving up stage control for taking this risk. I just want to make sure that you're actually timing it well and not just buffering it because, oh, God, he's going to get past me. If you're late on a punish, don't be afraid to just back off and cover the roll or cover the jump. You don't have to go for these kind of greedy option coverages if you're late. And this right here, watch this. He grabs the ledge. You are in a committed move for the next, like, 30 frames. Do you understand what I say about? Do you understand what I mean by, like, not forcing yourself to try to cover it if you're late?
Yeah.
At this point, you have already committed to landing like this, and there's no way you're going to hit him during iframes. And so by the time he picks his option, you are going to be late. You are going to be late. And because you're going to be late, even if you choose the right option, if it's poorly timed, a good option becomes a bad option. And I'm going to write that down for you so you don't forget. A good option with bad timing is a bad option. Don't forget it. So this option right here, I like it. The timing doesn't make sense. So just try to be critical of that. If you're late to a punish, just bail on it. Just cover roll or cover jump so that they don't reversal you. Okay, so we reset to neutral. Whatever. He gets hit by forward air. What are you doing, dude? We were playing the neutral at the ledge. Edge guard. He still has his jump. Oh, he does not. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you got to react to those better. You got to drop shield and down tilt here, or chair.
I didn't know if it was going to work because it was like right off the still, and I didn't want to punish it and then him have iframes.
Oh, true, because he does have iframes, huh? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. Good point. Oh, he did it again. Okay. He is baiting you.
Yeah.
You are being baited. He is saying, I bet I can make him parachute. Look at this margin.
Yeah.
You have to understand, Yez is an amazing player. You are going to play players who are capable of doing this kind of spacing on purpose. And so, like, when we talk about the goals, right, and the spacing and all this stuff, you don't get to decide how this stuff works when you play against people who don't know how to do this. You have to be able to have a decision-making process that works, even if you play people who are this good. What did he do after the forward air?
He shielded.
Uh-huh. So what could you have done instead of parachute that would counterplay this?
Grabbed.
Drop your shield and grab. Pretty much. Just, I want you to think about that. Like, if you have a scary out of shield and people like to block after they hit your shield, drop your shield and grab them. Do you know how long they will continue to shield after they hit you? Not very long. You know why? Because nobody likes getting grabbed. It sucks.
Yeah.
Bad parachute. He bungles the punish again. Whatever. Nice parachute. That was a good parachute. I like it. Oh, you get hit by an air. Two-frame attempt. That was needless. He put himself in the corner. Oh, you get hit by an air. Okay, reset to neutral. Good option. Hey, I just want to say thank you for just going to the ledge because he is an advantage right now, and you don't want to let him hit you. If you got hit by that dash attack, you would have popped. So this is good. That's good. That's good.
I was learning that one the hard way.
That's good. Okay, you reset. Good. Good option coverage. Okay. Reset to neutral. What is he doing right now? Watch this. Look at what moves he's choosing. Uh-oh. Shit. There we go. Okay, so you're at like 104, right? 100 something. What?
Yeah.
Up air. He's trying to hit you with the back hit. Approach, back air. What is he? He's trying to hit you with these stray hits, right?
Yeah.
You will die if you get hit by those. You have to understand. Yez is not trying to combo you. He is playing lame and camping with the specific purpose of trying to hit you with a stray hit. And this is where this part comes into play. You are trying to use your grounded movement to force an up air or back air to be badly spaced without getting hit by one. And that's tough. This is a scary situation for you, and part of the reason why Game & Watch loses the matchup. It's hard to do that. Okay. Crap. I gotta stop doing that. Right here. This is amazing. Watch this. Bad back air. How did this back air happen? Watch what happens. You just walk up and then block. If he had a back aired any later, your shield would have come up. And since he back aired early, it whiffed. And then what happens? Good parachute. And it's because this goal was followed. Right here. If you're just patient, it will happen. Let's continue. So you hit him. He resets. He's in the corner. Oh, my God. No. No. What is no?
I can't do that to people. I feel bad.
Why? You have him at the ledge. Ledge trap him. Why are you so scared? No, you have to ledge trap him. I understand that Ike is scary. But you do not let people do this.
Yeah.
You know why? Because every time you go to ledge, does Yez go to center stage? No. He sits there and he ledge traps you because it's the correct option to do. Do not do this. If you do not know how to ledge trap with your character, I strongly encourage you to go watch some Meister and see how he does it. Because you cannot skip this part of the game. This thing right here, this is like, ledge trapping is literally like 25% of the game. You don't get to skip this part at all. Like, don't do it. You're not Cloud. You don't have limit. There's no reason for you to be center stage. Ledge trap him. Please. Please ledge trap him. This is just, no. I know you have a lead, but please ledge trap him. Okay, good. He does a bad bear, and he gets punished for it. Good parachute. Bacon. He does a bad aerial on his shield, and he gets punished for it. You're just playing your win condition. It's great. I love to see it. Why change if it works? Uh-oh. You were in special fall. What happened? I'm back up real quick. Okay, good parachute. Ah, the bad parachute. Okay, so here is a problem. If I land two parachutes and they both connect, how am I feeling right now? I'm feeling pretty good, you know? Like, hey, I got two parachutes. I got a big lead. I'm feeling, I'm feeling pretty good, man. You know what that makes it really easy for you to do? Continue to force parachute to work, even if it isn't the best option anymore. And that's what happens here. You are confident, because your last parachutes were good, that you're just like, oh, I got my mojo back, baby. Oh, I got my mojo back. Parachute. No. Bad. Don't do that. You know why these other parachutes worked? Because your opponent made a mistake.
Yeah.
If your opponent doesn't make a mistake, don't parachute. Don't do it. This parachute was not needed. Good parachute. Watch this. So he jumps. He's not trying to be aggressive. You didn't even watch to see what he did. He just jumped over. And you're like, ah, parachute. And then you miss because of it. And now you're in a bad spot. Like, you have to make sure that, like, the best way to use parachute is just wait for your opponent to make a mistake. Usually the mistake is, I hit your shield. And, like, if you were, and something else to think about, offline, this would be different. Dang it. Offline, this would be a different situation. Would you have been on time to hit him if this was offline? Probably. Because think about where I could have been 5 frames ago. Yeah, you probably could have hit him. So, like, this option may not have even necessarily been a bad parachute. However, he's not making a mistake anymore. You are preemptively trying to hit him. And that goes back to my previous point. A good option with bad timing is a bad option. So instead of waiting for him to make a mistake, you tried to parachute first before he made a mistake. And because your timing was off, it turned into a bad parachute. Okay, so let's continue. You recover. I like it. Down tilt. Yeah. Down tilt. Forward air. Okay. You should know that combos. Don't hang on the ledge against Ike after like 80. You'll die. It's bad. Don't do it. You can't. He definitely can hit your ledge hang. Just don't do it. And this, like, actually, he wants the down tilt. You know why he wants the down tilt? Because you die, no questions asked.
Yeah.
Do not give him this down tilt. Imagine if you had rolled right here, right before he swung down tilt, and now you reversal him. Or if you get up attacking, you just hit him. Like, I just want you to be very careful about this because he is trying to get back into this game. He is trying to claw back from a deficit, and he knows if I connect this down tilt, I can even the stocks up. That is his mindset. That was my mindset. If I'm Ike at the ledge, I'm going to be spamming down tilt because I know if I connect one, you die. No brainer. So you get hit, boom, even stocks. Let's see what happens. Back to neutral. Is he in a hurry anymore? No. Not at all. Yez is in full control of his mental capacity right now. This lead that you have on him doesn't mean jack. He doesn't care. He is extremely confident right now. He is playing his game. If you want to win, you can't just wait for him to let you win. You have to take it from him. Okay, so he tried. He made a mistake. That was a... Let's say that was a good parachute. Any parachute that you hit is a good parachute. Okay, landing hitbox. Nair. Okay. So... this Nair, I want you to have some awareness. If you full hop to the platform and then neutral air like this, you know, this is your character, you know that your Nair will not finish and it will toss him in the air like that, right?
Yeah.
So, like, why not just wait for him to air dodge and then chase him, since you know that he's going to probably panic? You are in control. These situations are made by you. So you need to understand what your character does. Okay, so you touch him. He air dodges. You could have followed him. If you'd have 9'd him, that would have been great. So let's continue. You stuff his jump. I like it. Cover the roll. Oh, you should have kept doing bacon.
Yeah, I should have.
Back air. Nice whiff punish. Tech in place. Back air. That was a bad parachute. I'm not going to pause it anymore. I just want you... It didn't work. It's a bad parachute. Good parachute. Reset. There's no lag. Good respect. Good. Okay, Yez does this a lot, man. Aerial on the way down. Rising back air to cover people who want to think it's their turn. Watch this. He's conditioning you. Watch this. Watch this. Landing Nair. Landing Nair. Jumping back air. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He is conditioning you to be complacent. This right here is why Yez doesn't lose very often, because he is really good at making people run into his sword. He didn't... Look at this. His back air. Look at where you are. Fuck. It's annoying. It's a little farther than that. There we go. All right, so check this out. Right now, if you're on this platform, He would not have hit you with this back air unless you jumped.
Mhm.
He did not hit you with this back air. You ran into his sword. The distinction is very big. If he hits you with his sword, that's because he hits you with his sword. If you run into his sword, it's because he has conditioned you. The difference is very staggering, in my opinion. Nothing happens. Forward air. Oh, he didn't die. That sucks. Oh, this is so scary. Oh, no! You got to convert these. Okay, so the rules, right? The goals. Efficiently kill Ike if he has to go low. If Ike does up B, he is dead 100%. You know it. I know it. You know what he's going to, you know, all you have to do? All you have to do is go, aha, chair, shake my hand. He will die. He is going to die. I've seen it happen a million times. There's no counterplay. He just dies. Chair is busted against Ike. So if he knows that, he's like, crap, if I up B, I'm going to die. But he's down here. What is his only option at this position besides up B? It is double jump, air dodge.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, he's at 165. Imagine for a moment with me, if you cover that with a down air,
Yeah.
he just dies. Literally, he just dies. Like, you just do a little short hop, boom, down air right here, down air right here, and you just have a hitbox out, he is dead. I want you to cover this option before you cover the up B. You know why? Because up B is slow and you can react to it. This is not reactable. Cover this first. Good dash attack. Reset. Good good parachute.
And this is where I had to hit my one
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
You remember what I was talking about earlier about how he doesn't need to be in a hurry because if he gets a down tilt, you just die?
Yeah. Oh, that's 60.
Uh-oh. Dead. Let's see which way you DI'd. You DI'd straight in.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to understand something. You were holding straight in. Did you die?
Yeah.
Is there any benefit to holding in right now?
No.
No. So you know what you can do instead? Hold down and away to make forward air miss. So how do you do that in time? Well, I'll tell you. You up B to the ledge and hold out. So that if you get two framed, you do not keep holding in and you get walloped like this. Because if you DI out and he's not ready to go farther, you might not get hit by the forward air in the first place. Now I have a question. Would you rather be here where my mouse is, or would you rather be out here in the blast zone? Everybody would say right here. It's worth DIing out on the first hit if it can save you from getting hit by the second. So I just want you to know that. Like, have you ever played against a Palutena and she hits you with a down tilt here?
Yeah.
Same thing. When you up B, hold out against those characters so that if you get hit by down tilt, you probably will survive if you do it'll help you dodge the follow-up backer that will kill you. Very, very important, especially for characters like you that are made out of paper. Would this have happened if you did not have full rage? Absolutely not. You exploded. You had a 54% lead, and it didn't matter because you couldn't kill him. Okay, so we still have a couple of minutes, but I think this is a good place to stop in terms of VOD watching because we finished. I know there's not a ton of notes here, but really, like, the stuff that I talked about came up constantly, right? Like, think about how radically your gameplay will change once you start paying more attention to your parachute usage and you start doing it in better situations. Think about how much more of a consistent lead you would have had over this player in what's supposedly a bad matchup. You were ahead the whole time.
Yeah.
Don't listen to people who say it's a bad matchup. Just grind it. Just play it. It's very possible to win bad matchups. Game & Watch is a good character. He does just fine against sword characters, bad matchup or otherwise. Okay. Do you have any questions for me? About anything that we've talked about today? Because I feel like we've talked about a relatively small number of things. We've just talked about them a lot because it comes up quite a bit. Game & Watch is a simple character, so this is going to happen. And it's okay if you don't. If you don't, that's fine.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
man.
definitely look at doing grabs out of like to punish shielding instead of like just a straight punish.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't think about that.
Gotcha. No, like, it's definitely not intuitive, right? Because whenever people talk about out of shield stuff, they always talk about frames like they're everything, and that's all that matters. Like, oh, this move you can only punish it if you have a frame 7 move. No, that's not true at all. You can punish it just fine. You just drop your shield and grab them. It's like, well, what if they don't block? And the correct response is, well, they did though. So who cares? I
Yeah,
want you to start getting more comfortable with getting yourself out of trouble without using parachute.
yeah. I really wish you could like because some characters you can like bind it so you can't do a certain move, but I kind of need up B to recover too, so I can't unbind it.
Sure. Well, like, no, it's okay, man. You just have to, you know how you can break the muscle memory of it? Because this is a muscle memory thing, right? You do it by instinct. Do you want to know how you can break it?
How?
You go into training mode, and you have somebody hit your shield, and you practice dropping your shield. So, like, for example, if we went into training mode, I would say, okay, pick Game Watch. I'm gonna hit your shield with a nair, and here's what I want you to do. I don't want you to parachute, even if it's a bad nair. I want you to just calmly drop your shield and turn around and grab me. And you know what? If you're in training mode and you just do that 5 or 6 times, it is going to completely undo months of bad habits because all of a sudden you are going to be able to visually see yourself getting hit and calmly dropping your shield and grabbing. You are not going to fix it with your brain. You are not going to fix it by being aware about it. You're going to fix it by going into training mode and forcing yourself to learn a new muscle memory. That is the quickest, easiest, and most efficient way to unlearn any bad habit, is to go into training mode and to force yourself to do the habit you want to do instead, or a different habit. If you can do that, that's no big deal. Get one of your Stillwater guys. Say, hey, I want to do bad parachutes less. I want you to hit my shield with a sword and then block. And I just want you to practice dropping your shield and grabbing them after they do that.
Okay.
Because it's training mode, right? Like, it's not a real game anymore. You can just say, hey, can you hit my shield and then block every time? That you don't have to guess. You're just in there practicing. Now, is it silly to practice something that you could just talk about? Like, it's not a complicated input, right? You just drop your shield and grab them. It doesn't matter. You're not doing it, are you? So you have to practice it. It doesn't matter if the input is simple. People do not, when the stakes are high, people do not rise to the occasion. They sink to the level of their training. If you train yourself to always solve your problems with parachute, then when you play someone like Yez, you are always going to solve your problems by doing parachute. And like, we were 30 seconds into the game, and I already knew that you had a parachute habit just from watching. And I know that Yez knew that too because he instantly started trying to bait it out. He did it all game. And the rest of the set is probably worse because you didn't adapt and he did. And so, like, if you want to fix that, just do it exactly how I said. Go into training mode. Physically practice having your hands not do a parachute. Even if it's something as mundane as dropping your shield and grabbing. You could do it something simpler, too. Get a bot. You don't even need a human being. Get a bot. Set it to, like, Wolf Blaster. Block Wolf Blaster. Resist the temptation to parachute. And calmly drop your shield and grab. Easy. If you just do that, I promise you, it sounds so stupid to go into training mode and practice something that easy. But I promise you, it's going to break months and months of muscle memory in your hands that have been making you play bad.
Okay.
Promise you. Okay. That's a good place to stop. If you don't have any other questions, I'm going to go to open it up to anybody who is currently viewing, if they have any questions over the content. I'm going to go ahead and give you a copy of all these notes. They're simple, but it's where I want you to start. Because, like, these notes, these goals for Ike, I can remove the word Ike and just put the word sortie instead, and the rules are the same.
Yeah.
This is how you play a sortie matchup as Game & Watch. Patience with parachute is everything in this matchup. The sortie player has to bait it out, and you, the other player, have to have some self-control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that is when to mix in spot dodges instead of shoot. Like, it just depends, you know? Like, there are no rules for neutral. There are no rules for neutral. The only rule that I can think of for neutral is that if something is not working, you probably should stop doing it every time. And the inverse of that rule is true. If you do something and it works, do it again. If it works twice, do not stop doing it until your opponent knows how to deal with it. And if you win before they figure it out, great. If you win before they figure out how to deal with your degenerate gimmick, it is their problem and not yours. And guess what? If the degenerate gimmick is, how do I not hit your shield? That's tough for them because that's not really that degenerate. That's pretty basic. Yeah. So that's my opinion. When to mix in spot dodges? It depends. Depends on the matchup, dude. There's no concrete answer. All I can tell you is that if something works, you should do it until it doesn't work. And if something doesn't work, you probably should not continue to try to make it work if it's not working. It's like the definition of insanity or whatever. Like continuing to try to do something even though it doesn't work. That guy from Far Cry said it. Okay. I think that'll do it, man. This concludes this training session. Thanks for everybody who came out to watch. It's Sunday evening. Oh, I got to do some homework. Crap. Thank you for doing this. Please practice what I've been talking about. Go into training mode at least 2 or 3 times, 5 or 10 minutes. Just practice not parachuting as a knee-jerk reaction. Please.
Okay.
And then go play for a little bit. And I want you to see how your gameplay changes. And then I want you to bring me another VOD in a week or 2 weeks or whatever and be like, hey, I stopped spamming parachute, but now I don't know how to deal with this option anymore. What do I do? And you know what? I'll help you out. There is always an answer. There's always an answer. All right.
Okay.
That'll do, man.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. You have a nice night. You guys have a
You
nice evening as well, everybody.